What's going on, young king? Welcome back to another video. I hope you've been well and I hope you've been taking care of yourself. Now today I decided to do a different styled video. It's been brought to my attention ever since I started doing videos on semen retention and nofap that a lot of guys are still left in the dark and don't really understand the severity of what a porn addiction can do to you. How it can take control of your life before you even have a chance to do anything about it. So today I decided to give you guys a little insight and a different perspective by creating a very visual representation that really describes how it can destroy your life from the inside out. Not only did I create a representation that shows it, but I asked ChatGPT a very interesting question to get a very interesting answer. If you were the devil, what would be your step-by-step plan to destroy a young man's life through porn addiction? What kind of things would you do or say to make sure he never sees true success? So the way that this video is structured is basically based on the way that ChatGPT answered. It would give me the first step all the way down to the 7th one of what would happen through each phase of this addiction. And then it would speak in first person as if it were the devil himself actually planning to destroy a young man's life. With that being said, buckle your seatbelts, you know what I'm saying? Because it's about to get pretty crazy. So without further ado, this is what ChatGPT had to say on what it would do if it were the devil trying to destroy a young man's life through porn addiction.
Step 1. I would introduce the hook. I'd start simple. Just a little exposure when he's young and curious. I'll make it easy for him to stumble onto porn. Maybe through a friend's phone or an ad that pops up at just the right moment. It's harmless, he'll think. After all, everyone's looking at it. My goal here isn't to trap him yet, just to get him to try it. And once that door is cracked open, I know it won't take much to get him coming back. For the next part of my plan, I would tie it to his emotional needs. I'll start planting the idea that this is his safe space, his way to relax, his way to feel good. School is stressful. Escape here. Feeling lonely? Here's a quick fix. It won't take long before he's turning to me whenever life gets hard. Before he even realizes it, he'll be coming to me out of habit. A small secret comfort, yet already I'll be tightening the chains. Now, it's time to escalate the content. The novelty will wear off, and I'm counting on that. At first, he won't even notice he's clicking on more extreme videos, diving into stranger fantasies. He'll think he's just curious, exploring, but I know what's really happening. I'm rewiring his brain, numbing him, making sure he needs more just to feel the same excitement. By the time he realizes how deep he's gone, he'll be too hooked to back out easily. For step 4, I'll erode his real relationships. Here's where it gets interesting. I'll make real relationships feel more and more distant, unappealing, even frustrating. He'll start to expect real people to act like what he's seen. Real intimacy will seem like too much effort, too complicated. Eventually he'll prefer my version, where everything is easy and he's always in control. With every failed connection and missed chance at love, he'll fall further into my hands, filling his loneliness with the only thing he thinks he has left. Step 5. Drain his drive. Now that he's in deep, I'll turn this habit into a serious distraction. Every time he tries to focus or work towards something meaningful, I'll pull his mind right back. Just a quick break. Just a few minutes. That's what I'll whisper. Slowly he'll lose hours without realizing it. His productivity and dreams slipping away. He'll feel less motivated, less capable, and he won't even remember why he used to care so much about his ambitions. I'll make sure that spark fades until he's just coasting along, aimless and apathetic. For step 6, I'll fill him with shame and isolation. As he starts to notice the damage, I'll step in with shame and guilt, but only enough to make him feel trapped. I'll make sure he believes no one would understand, that he's far too gone. I'll keep him silent, afraid to confide in anyone, leaving him to deal with this alone. The shame will become my strongest chain, keeping him in this cycle because he's convinced he's beyond redemption. I'll convince him he'll never be free. Finally, when he's at his lowest, when he's aware enough to feel the weight of his own chains, I'll convince him it's hopeless, that he's too deep to change. And this is just who he is now, and trying to break free would be pointless. He'll start to believe he's destined to be this way forever, that he's lost, unworthy, and unable to change. And with that, he'll be mine. His relationships weakened, his ambitions drained, his sense of self-worth shattered. He'll feel powerless and alone, with no direction and no hope.
Well then, I hope that video was insightful for you, and before I move forward, I would like to give myself a round of fucking applause. Yes, because it took me a lot longer to do that than I thought it would. I had to manually edit the subtitles in there, and I also was the voice behind the first person speech. So thank you, I will take the applause very much, thank you. And also, if you enjoyed that video or found it insightful, why don't you go ahead down there and leave a like for your boy, you feel me? Also, while you're at it, go ahead down to the comment section and tell me if any of these steps in the devil's plan to destroy a young man's life triggered something. Comment down below if any of these things stood out to you and helped to prevent somebody else from falling into this crazy ass cycle. So the last thing I would like to do is offer you a free session if you happen to be somebody struggling with addiction and you're currently looking for a way out. If you would like some personal help, go down to the description, find the link below, and contact me to book a session so that we can get to the root of this problem and find a solution. With that being said, gentlemen, I will see you next time.